One hopes and dreams of a perfect place, full of peace and surrounded by nature within the city's heart. A place of escape from your worries, problems, and troubles in the world. One can build a sense of adventure and discovery of life. Welcome to Ninoy Aquino Parks and Wildlife Center. Ninoy Aquino Parks and Wildlife Center is a 22.7-hectare area consisting of a biodiversity conservation center for the wildlife and botanical garden for endemic and rare flora and fauna. It is a venue for a world-class ecotourism destination for people of all ages. With its facilities, visitors are able to play inside the park, appreciate the beauty of nature, and learn about the Philippines' wildlife. Its history started way back on July 5, 1954, where the park was originally part of the Quezon Memorial Park, measuring 197.28 hectares and established with Proclamation No. 42. However, on October 24, 1968 and October 6, 1969, when Proclamation Numbers 481 and 616 was proclaimed, parts of the area were given for the establishment of the Philippine Science High School. In result, 64.58 hectares was the total park area at that time. Despite that, President Ferdinand Marcos and Vice President Fernando Lopez officially opened the park for the public on July 25, 1970. With 12 years of opening, the park was temporarily closed due to renovation. With this, facilities such as the craft village, cottages, fishing village, amphitheater, comfort rooms, and water systems were successfully developed. In addition, lighting systems were immediately installed with the help of the Philippine Army. On February 21, 1983, the park was reopened and renamed as Lungsod ng Kabataan Recreational Park. In honor of the late Senator Benigno Ninoy Aquino Jr., it was renamed Ninoy Aquino Parks and Wildlife Nature Center by the issuance of Ministry of Natural Resources Administrative Order No. 4. With the conducted government reorganizations, the park was placed under the management of the Protected Areas and Wildlife Bureau, presently named as the Biodiversity Management Bureau, which is a staff bureau of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources.
It's under the administration and management of the Biodiversity Management Bureau that we all know is tasked or mandated to protect and conserve our biodiversity. The park is also being used as an instrument to promote biodiversity conservation.
There had been numerous changes with the establishment and name of the park. In May 25, 2000, the park was changed as a protected area and known as DENR Wildlife Rescue and Rehabilitation Center by the Proclamation No. 312.
By virtue of that proclamation, that the park became a protected area. So pag sinabi natin protected area, it's a certain portion of land and water set aside because of its unique physical and biological characteristics. So these protected areas are being conserved, being protected from any threats and harm.
Its name was then changed to Ninoy Aquino Parks and Wildlife Center through Proclamation No. 238. With its development as a protected area, it was further improved with the Proclamation No. 723, which made the park a component of National Integrated Protected Area System. It is continuing its mission to provide visitors a wide variety of recreational and ecotourism learning, values nature and conservation, depicting the future image of the park as a destination of education and appreciation is an advocacy committed by its staff and coordinators. The park is a 20-minute travel from Project 8, Quezon City. By simply riding public transportation such as jeep, bus, or taxi, one would easily locate the park. Visitors may also bring their private vehicles to the park. Nearby landmarks from the park are the Veterans Golf Course, Trinoma Mall, and SM North EDSA Mall. Citizens from the mall are heartily encouraged to visit the park for its accessibility. The entrance fee for students is 15 pesos, for adults 30 pesos, and for foreigners 100 pesos. For senior citizens, children below 7 years old, and persons with disability, they are exempted to pay the fee. Visitors may bring packed food or baon provided that they will follow the proper segregation of trash. The park has two entrances. The first is located in Quezon Avenue, where visitors are welcomed with a statue of Ninoy Aquino, as the park is dedicated for his heroism for the country. The second is in the North Avenue. The clean and peaceful environment of the park is evident for its bright trees, bushes, and flowers. Visitors do not need to worry, for there are signages, trails, and pathways that serve as a guide for the picnic areas and other facilities of the park. If visitors have any questions or concerns, they may address it to the park attendants or security guards around the area. For visitors who are fond in fishing or fishes, the park facilitates a 4-hectare man-made lagoon, which composes 9 fish species: tilapia, carp, mudfish, gurami, sangobi fish, catfish, and silver theraponid. With its wide lagoon, the visitors will soon enjoy the recreational activities of crocodile show and boating, based on the future plans of the park. It is also planned to be a model wetland, wherein it will be showcased to other types of audiences. Currently, the facility serves as the main attraction of the park.
Saan niyo po nalaman tungkol dito sa park?
Okay, sa friend ko po.
Is this your first time to visit the park? If not, how many times have you visited the
First
park?
time.
Are you pleased with the facilities and activities of the park? What are your suggestions or recommendations for further improvements of the park?
Cleanliness lang siguro for the
The park does not only promote nature and wildlife as beauty, but also as culture. Through their fishing village located at the edge of the lagoon, native fishing villages from Mindanao are shown to the visitors. They may rent the house for 2,500 pesos for the whole day, holding 100 to 150 people. They may also use the tea house for 500 pesos and can hold 40 to 50 people.
Saan niyo po nalaman tungkol yun sa park?
Yes. Nalaman? Sa mga mga friends ko lang po.
Is this your first time to visit the park?
Second time.
Second time. Are you pleased with the facilities and activities of the park?
Yes, dati kasi medyo hindi siya maayos, pero ngayong pangalawa, okay na siya.
What are your suggestions or recommendations for further improvements of the park?
Sana yung ibang mga mga kuwan nila yung ganun. Sana mas maayos. Kasi yung iba kasi sira-sira na.
If they wish to enjoy the majestic view of the lagoon, they may rent the amphitheater for 1,350 pesos, and it holds 500 to 600 people. Lastly, the Bulwagan Ninoy, which is a 2-story building house, is also open for rent.
if the Biodiversity Management Bureau has events, they also use this park to conduct those events. So all year round, there are different events inclined sa ating environment, like World Wildlife Day, celebrated every March. So dito ginagawa siya dito sa park. Sometimes mag-aalat ng isang area dun sa may harapan, mag-set up ng stage for the programs, or sometimes yung ibang facilities namin dito for official use, yun yung ginagamit.
In the park, unforgettable memories with friends or family are created through picnic bonding, playing in the playground, or simply sharing stories together. Simply sitting and communicating with your group in the picnic shed, you would feel the serenity and appreciate the fresh air, beautiful environment, and the people around you. If you would want to rent the shed, it only costs 500 pesos for the whole day.
Matagal na. Maliliit pa lang kami, alam na namin.
Is this your first time to visit the park?
No.
Ilang beses na po kayo nakapunta dito?
Marami na.
Are you pleased with the facilities and activities of the park?
Hindi na ganun kaganda. Yung animal area nila, wala nang mga, hindi na ganun ka-attractive para sa mga pumupunta dito. Hindi kagaya before na marami, tas kompleto, may mga aquatic section pa sila. Ngayon wala na, tas parang ang dumi-dumi.
Ano po yung mga suggestions mo?
Yun, sana improvement na magkaroon ng mas marami pang animals.
With the hard work of the DNR staff of the park, a place is dedicated for them. The gazebo is an open farm type cottage and is located in the lush vegetation in the middle of the lagoon. This place serves as their meeting area or for any important event.
Nakapunta kasi kami dito dahil din sa mga tropa ko, nagkayayaan lang kami. Yung isa na sa amin nakakaalam, so ayun, sinabi lang sa amin, kaya nakarating kami dito, ganun. First time ko dito, tapos yun, parang halos lahat kami, hindi, meron sa amin yun, yung nakakaalam sa amin, hindi first time. Yes, I'm happy. Yung gusto ko lang sana mas dumami yung makikita, ganun, yung mga yung mga hype na nandito, ganun.
In this park, visitors are able to enjoy strolling, walking, birdwatching, and jogging through the roads and trails. They experience and learn that beauty is everywhere and still life is appreciated through simple colors and design.
Hear or know about Ninoy Aquino Parks and Wildlife Center?
From our professor.
Is this your first time to visit the park? If not, how many times have you visited the park?
First time.
How many are you in the group during the visit?
Just the two of us.
Are you pleased with the facilities and activities of the park?
Yeah.
What are your suggestions or recommendations for further improvements of the park?
Wala naman. For now. Maintenance lang. Maintenance.
They are also able to show their faith by visiting and praying to Our Lady of Peace located in the park's grotto.
Sa mga friends lang, recommendations.
Is this your first time to visit the park? If not, how many times have you visited the park?
I think first time.
Are you pleased with the facilities and activities of the park?
Malinis.
What are your suggestions or recommendations for further improvements of the park?
Ngayon, wala pa masabi, di ba ako maano. Pero for me siguro, yung cleanliness kailangan pa.
Yet, the main purpose and mission of the park is to serve as a safe sanctuary for wildlife animals. This is done through their Wildlife Rescue and Research Center, wherein confiscated, donated, and abandoned animals are cared. Visitors will not only witness the habitat of these animals, but also learn about their journey as part of wildlife. The venue is a tool of education and training for students, biologists, and researchers, for it provides them significant information about these types of animals. Visitors may be assisted by tour guides regarding any inquiry about the animals.
Yung showcase area kasi ng Wildlife Rescue Center, yung mga ibang animals, ibang mga wild animals doon, injured na and they cannot be released to the wild anymore. So, we allow the visitors to view them for, of course, educational purposes din as well. And then, yung mga ibang animals naman na nandun, inaalagaan, ginagamot, and then eventually, yung aim kasi ng rescue center is to release these wild animals to their natural habitat, which is the wild, yung kagubatan natin. The enclosures of Philippine brown deer and the crocodile, bago pa lang din yun. So, yung crocodile hindi pa siya tapos, so kaya hindi pa siya nilalagyan ng crocodiles. Pero eventually, before the year ends, pwede na siyang lagyan ng mga crocodiles and then pwede siyang i-open sa public.
The discovery of the park is both a lesson and a way for happiness. Through the staff's effort to ensure that the animals are properly taken care of, visitors are able to learn and find the beauty behind wildlife. With the park's overall facilities and design, the visitors feel and remember that wildlife is to be respected by all. Nature itself is a treasure in our country and can never be replaced by anything.
We all know that the Philippines is one of the mega-diverse countries over the world. So, pag sinabi nating mega-diverse, napakayaman ng diversity ng buhay ilang ng biodiversity. Pero sadly, we are also one of the hotspots. Pag sinabi nating hotspots, mabilis na nauubos yung iba't ibang buhay ilang. Kumbaga, threatening na siya masyado, alarming na yung rate ng pagkaubos. And as individuals, as champions of our biodiversity, kailangan nating gumawa or mag-step up in order to protect our biodiversity.
Visiting the park is not only an experience, but also an eye-opener for all to explore and appreciate the story of wildlife as a treasure to be passed on throughout the generations.
Siyempre for just cheap amount lang, like 15 pesos and 30 pesos, if you want to experience the beauty and simplicity of nature, so visit the Ninoy Aquino Parks and Wildlife Center. And imagine you just not visited a nature park, but you have also visited a protected area. So, di man na kailangan lumayo, di man na kailangan pang mag-travel, pwede ka nang pumunta dito para masabi na nakarating ka sa isang protected area. And if you want to relax, pwede ka rin ditong bumisita kasi nga one of the benefits that we get from environment, from nature, from biodiversity is that it can soothe our senses, our spirits, and it can cure us, it can heal us emotionally, physically, and mentally.
This is Ernestine Rose P. Estrella, saying that Ninoy Aquino Parks and Wildlife Center is a place of comfort and happiness in the city's heart. Discovering the life and its never-ending beauty is such an experience that will never be forgotten.